And he goes in position 5. He's got good gate speed, a good chance of leading. Yeah, first event here, Paul. Out to $2.10 now, Mr. Cheese. They continue to back I Run for Mum. And Deadline gets out to $4. I felt that Deadline had as good a chance as any horse in this race. I think that $4 is not a bad price. We're about to find out. Ready now. Mr. Cheese restraining. Going back at the start, and I Run for Mum, the one that's been well supported, is not getting any pressure for the lead whatsoever. Gets a comfortable lead. Better Than the Kiss is second. Deadline goes to third. Mr. Cheese restrained at the start, trying to go back to the tail end of the field. EUGENE BROMAC is in front of it. Now WHODAT BOODAT goes underneath Mr. Cheese, who's been restrained strongly to go back to last placing. But in the meantime, I Run for Mum, who's always very hard to beat when she finds her front. She's had a pretty soft lead, and there's been no pressure applied whatsoever. In second placing, following the leader, is Better Than the Kiss, and in third placing is Deadline. A quicker tempo would help his cause, but this is really, it's a 22:30 race, but Lisa Ryan's turning this into a 1,800 metre sprint because there's no pressure at all on her out in front. Now, behind those on the inside, they're all on the inside, is EUGENE BROMAC. Following those through in second last placing was WHODAT BOODAT, and Mr. Cheese has been restrained strongly to the tail. Danny's coming one off now. They're just going too slow. Lead time very comfortable, 49.4. And surprising to me, Deadline stayed on the inside, doesn't come off, so it's in all sorts of pain now. 3 back the inside. And leading the way as I Run for Mum in a walkathon. Out in front with a lap and a half to go. In second place on the outside is EUGENE BROMAC, who showed initiative to come off and get closer to the leader. On the inside, following the leader, is Better Than the Kiss. Mr. Cheese, 1 out, 1 back. Deadline needs an absolute miracle now. I thought he's a top winning chance, but I don't want to be on him now. And on his outside was WHODAT BOODAT. 32.7 that first quarter after a lead time of 49.4. And she's had a really good run in front. I Run for Mum. She's out in front, leads away by 2 metres. In second place, EUGENE BROMAC. Mr. Cheese has been driven quietly, but he's just getting on 1 rein and that 1 out, 1 back. Better Than the Kiss travels okay on the leader's back. Deadline 3 back the inside, then WHODAT BOODAT at the tail end of the field. Now, they're finally starting to inject a little bit of speed into the race. It's a sprint affair. 30.1 that second section, 62.8 as they go past the 600. And the well-supported runner, I Run for Mum, left out in front, no pressure. There's no excuses whatsoever for her here. Mr. Cheese is coming 3 wide, starting to pick up the bit and come at the leader now, getting past EUGENE BROMAC. Better Than the Kiss is sticking to the inside quite well. Then Deadline and WHODAT BOODAT at the tail end of the field. I Run for Mum in front. Mr. Cheese on the outside. 28.6 for that third quarter. Better Than the Kiss behind those in third placing. Then EUGENE BROMAC, and Deadline's not doing anything. He'll probably run last. But on the outside, Mr. Cheese poked his nose in front. She always kicks back, I Run for Mum, and she's doing that. She's coming back at Mr. Cheese. Mr. Cheese and I Run for Mum, but Mr. Cheese will get there to beat I Run for Mum. Better Than the Kiss will grab third. Fourth placing behind that was WHODAT BOODAT. Then we had Deadline, and the last one to pull up was EUGENE BROMAC. So Mr. Cheese takes first prize, number 5. It's been good enough to out-tug I Run for Mum. And you had Better Than the Kiss in third placing. It'll be 5, 1 and 2 in the first event on the program. The mile rate very slow.